by the hostel, tacos were little teeny tiny and they were $3.50 a piece. Feeling good about this place. They got juice too. Open air, great weather, a good egg sandwich, celery cucumber beet, and carrot juice. They make all of that food in a little strip back there, so it's only about 8 feet wide. So first things first, before we go any farther in this video, I will tell you, hostels are cheap. They're the one we're staying in, Hosteling International in Miami, is about $26 a night, plus a $9 resort fee. So you're dealing with like 35 bucks. What's up, dog?
Are you skating?
See, so this is why you stay in hostels. You get to meet awesome people.
To meet up people like you.
This is the iPhone 10.
Just got it.
Just got it. What do you think
the
of
size
it?
of it. This
Size.
baby.
Okay, this is the 7 Plus.
So it's
Smaller.
I thought it was too big. I'm on the case.
Is it sexy?
But I don't drop it down, right?
Yeah, don't drop it. We got tile underneath this. Gotta have a good case. Ooh, that's
They say
sexy.
that's glass in the back.
Yeah. Sweet. So the screen goes all the way to the edge?
Yes.
It'll shoot slow motion video at, which is 240 frames a second at 1080, and it'll do 60 frames a second 4K.
So where are you going?
I'm going to eat. You want to come? How are you?
Good, thank you.
What's your name?
Natasha,
Where are you from?
England.
Are you an avid hostel stayer?
I'm not an avid hostel stayer, but the past 3 months I've been traveling and I've stayed in quite a few hostels.
Do you like it?
Yes.
Look at that pretty face. Oh, girl. When you're choosing a hostel, what do you look for?
Cleanliness, a vibe, and I guess value for money is the kind of 3 main. But cleanliness is definitely the top. And just a vibe, a good atmosphere, because I go to hostels to meet people. That's the point for me. So if there's not a good atmosphere, then there's no point really in being in a hostel.
Otherwise, go to the Four Seasons.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
What are you doing?
Not like for
Now?
3 months. Oh, now?
Yeah.
Just I was gonna go shopping.
Are you hungry?
I've just eaten an adventure somewhere.
I left without having board shorts and we're at the beach now. Can I go shopping with you?
Yes, of course.
Oh, damn, you have a better camera than me.
You got a channel?
Yeah, we do.
What's your YouTube channel?
It's HBICESAR. Love it.
HBICESAR. Have a great night.
Thank you. Bye.
I love seeing YouTubers in real life. I know, it's awesome.
It's crazy. Like, I want that one too, but, you know, everyone looks at us weird now.
Yeah.
Where you guys from?
It's not that weird.
And we're getting used to it, so.
It's Wilson. It's like your best friend. It's been about 20 minutes. You think I'm crazy yet? That's an electric bike. Right now we're on Lincoln Street, which is a famous shopping district. Palm trees in the back. We got a band going.
Snowboarding. It's a rehearsal for tomorrow night's opening of Art Basel.
Very nice. Hostels are for exploring and checking out cities. It's not really about where you're staying. It's about seeing what's cool and being able to experience a place when you're out on your own or when you're by yourself. lesson in drone flying. If you get down in between buildings, you start to lose signal, so you gotta stay high. Concrete equal no controller equal very, very bad. Another great way to experience cities is to ride public transportation. Get on the bus, you never know who you're gonna meet, and they're usually locals, so they can lead you in the right direction. But be careful, like, don't act like a tourist, you know? Or you can be a tourist, just not too much. Got all this eye candy in front of me, but essentially what you shoot with the camera is what's important. Just because you have a nice camera doesn't mean that you can tell a story with it. So wait until you need something to buy it. I need a lens cloth, I'm going to the store. They didn't even have a lens cloth in this camera store. See, food in the city is a perfect example of capitalism. Always good. It's supply and demand. You supply bad food, nobody wants to eat it. You supply good food, a lot of people want to eat it. I had no idea these pizza slices were so big. And I got two of them.
I got one.
How long did it take you to learn how to do that?
How long?
Yeah.
A couple more practice. A while.
Size does matter.
We open late every weekend, Thursday to Saturday, 5 a.m. The best pizza. Peace, one love.
It is. Thank you, brother. Okay, back to the streets. Dude, I'm stuck. Those were huge. I just heard about our puzzle again. Jeff told me about it earlier. Oh look, I'm trying to find it. There we go. Dude, it's beautiful again today, and I'm gonna just assume that it stays like this all year round. 365, 24/7, beautiful weather. Christmas lights on the palm trees.
In the West Keys, ride my jet skis, lounge under the palm trees.
Okay. So a lot of hostels these days have restaurants underneath them. I guess it's part of the business aspect of it, and they're really starting to grow and get more popular. But you have to be very careful when choosing them, which is where, you know, I guess this is a plug for Hostel World. This is not a paid endorsement for Hostel World. One huge part of choosing a hostel is making sure that they don't allow locals. Because really, like, think about it. You've got a cheap bed in the middle of a city that you can pay for by the day. You want it to be clean. This is another part that seems to get missed by a whole lot. There's a whole market of slouchy hostels out there. Basically, people that have a property figure, oh, we can rent it out real cheap to whoever wants to get a bed, and that's not the kind of place you want to stay. Good hostels have a kitchen area somewhere you can store your food, like the fridge that the camera's sitting on. They have coffee in the morning, and a lot of them, breakfast is included. Not to say that it's always a great breakfast, but it is food for the budget-conscious traveler. Conscious? Conscientious traveler? Who are we gonna meet? Well, you never know. Those pins are all the people that have stayed here. People from the US, a lot of people from Europe, and we're even getting into South America. This is Miami. If you like soccer, they're a great place to talk. Or football, as I should say. Finally, and probably one of the most important parts, is you want to have a good vibe. So I think there's even a rating for party. I've stayed in some party hostels. They're not always clean. They are usually safe because they're still picky about that. You don't want a bunch of bums hanging out. So I was definitely wrong about the most important part. The most important part is that it's a place to land as you're exploring new places. The reason we go to cities and travel in general is to learn about new cultures, ways of life, how other people have figured out how to live productive, happy, meaningful lives. Travel far and travel often. A hostel is a great way to stay somewhere on a budget. You kind of figure out what to do as you go. They usually have laundry, there's a place to cook, there's great restaurants close by. You're gonna meet friends when you get here, and you can enjoy the local scenery without, for one, being alone, and for two, without spending a whole lot of money. Check the reviews on Hostel World. Don't be suspicious. People aren't lying to you. If it's got good reviews, they'll tell you why. You know, if it's a good party spot, then it may be a little higher than it should be on the cleanliness part, but it's making up for it in other places. You do want to be safe. If something feels sketchy, then leave. Come here, my little friend. This is the end. I'm taking the battery out of this camera. Wait! Don't forget to bring a lock, because you are sharing a room with other people. Okay. How did Rick Steves always end? Travel is fatal to prejudice, hate, and bigotry. That's really hard to do. These are like my babies. This was one of my favorite ones. Oh man, that was one of my favorite time lapses. Another one. Man, really. Okay. So the rest of those were all pre-Stephanie because I had broke up with her while I was hiking, which is when the YouTube channel started. So yeah, she wasn't a part of my life then. Just deleted videos. So what is this, a lesson to YouTubers with girlfriends? Unless you're really, really sure, don't make videos with them, because then it just gets complicated.